January 6, 1982. Two women vanished on the same freezing night in Colorado's Rock Mountains. Both were hitchhiking. Both ended up dead. And a single orange sock would become the clue that cracked the case wide open nearly 4 decades later. Annette Schnee was just 21, new to Colorado, juggling 2 jobs to get by. She worked days as a hotel maid, nights as a waitress. On the afternoon of January 6, 1982, she wasn't feeling well. She left work early, filled a prescription at a local pharmacy, and was last seen chatting with another woman. Tired, pale, and alone. She was likely hitchhiking home to change before her night shift, but she never made it. That same evening, 29-year-old Bobbie Jo Oberholtzer was celebrating a promotion at the Bell Tower Mall. She had a drink with co-workers at the Village Pub, called her husband around 6:20 p.m., and she said she had a ride. Hitchhiking was common back then, normal, expected even. But that night, on those frozen mountain roads, both women vanished. The next morning, January 7th, Bobbie Jo's body was found at the top of Hoosier Pass, over 11 feet up. She had been zip-tied at the wrists, shot in the chest, and left to froze in the snow. Her backpack was found nearby, along with bloodstains, tissues, and a bizarre detail, an orange sock that didn't belong to her. 6 months later, in July, a young boy discovered another body. It was Annette Schnee, lying face down in a stream in Sacramento Creek. She had been shot in the back. But here's the thing. Annette was wearing one orange sock. The match to Bobbie Jo's crime scene confirmed what police feared. The same person had killed both women. The investigation exploded. Suspects were questioned. Even Bobbie Jo's husband, Jeff Oberholtzer, became a person of interest. He claimed to have premonitions, telling police Annette would be found around 4 miles from his house. Then, on July 3rd, 1982, Annette's body was discovered 7 miles away, but still eerily close to his prediction. To make matters more suspicious, Jeff's business card was found in Annette's jacket. He admitted giving it to her months earlier, when he had given her a ride. But 2 polygraphs, followed by DNA testing, eventually cleared him. His DNA didn't match the crime scene evidence, and he was ruled out. Then came a far more sinister lead. His name was Thomas Edward Luther, a violent, convicted rapist. Just 6 weeks after the murders, he picked up a female hitchhiker in the same mountain corridor and attacked her with a hammer. She survived. Luther was caught, and police were suddenly staring at a suspect who fit the profile too well. But when they tested the DNA, no match. Luther didn't kill Annette or Bobbie Jo. 2 strong suspects, 2 dead ends. And so, despite everything, the trail went cold for 39 long years. Fast forward to 2020, a cold case task force decided to try something new: genetic genealogy. They sent all DNA evidence found on Bobbie Joe's glove and a tissue to a lab in Denver. In January 2021, a hit came back. Two names popped up: Alan Lee Phillips, a 70-year-old mechanic living quietly in Colorado, and his brother Bruce. Investigators eliminated Bruce because he didn't live in Colorado and focused on Alan. For 5 weeks, Detective Wendy Kipple and her team tracked Alan Lee Phillips with surgical precision. No confrontations, no arrests, just eyes on the suspect, waiting for him to throw something away. Anything. A cigarette butt, a coffee cup. But Alan, he was cautious, paranoid even. He never left a thing behind. Then, one cold afternoon in late January 2021, he made a move. Phillips pulled into a Sonic drive-in, ordered food, drove away with a bag of burgers, fries, and napkins. He stopped at the post office, got out, tossed the empty bag and one used napkin into the public trash. The team moved in, gloves on, evidence bag ready. They retrieved the trash, careful not to contaminate it. That crumpled napkin, gold. It was sent to the lab, swabbed, sequenced, compared to the male DNA collected from Bobbie Joe's glove and tissue, and it matched perfectly. After nearly 4 decades, they had him, the man who killed Bobbie Joe Oberholtzer, the man who dumped Annette Schnee in a freezing creek bed, and the man who, for 39 years, thought he got away. One greasy napkin, one trace of saliva. That's all it took to expose the monster hiding in plain sight. Here's where the story gets downright surreal. Turns out, on the very night of the murders, Alan Phillips had to be rescued from Guanella Pass. His truck was stuck in a snowdrift just hours after Bobbie Joe and Annette went missing. He was waving for help, flashing SOS in Morse code with his headlights. The sheriff who rescued him never imagined he might just save a killer. In 2022, Phillips stood trial. The evidence was overwhelming: DNA, the zip ties, the timeline, the orange sock. After decades of silence, the truth finally screamed. Phillips was found guilty on all counts: 2 murders, 2 kidnappings, and 2 assaults. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms. But before he could serve them out, Alan Phillips took his own life in prison. What haunts people most about this case isn't just how long it went unsolved. It's how close the killer came to slipping away forever. How one orange sock left behind by accident outsmarted him. How science caught what humans couldn't. Annette and Bobbie Joe were just trying to get home. And though it took 40 years, justice finally caught up.